Hey guys, I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately on my prices and everything else. I know I've made videos and I said I'm gonna charge $50 an hour, and I'm still good with that. But I've decided I really need a minimum charge. I can't just drive across town 25 minutes and do something that takes 20 minutes and only charge $50. So I've decided I want to have a $100 minimum. $100 the first hour and then $50 after that. And I've noticed that I've been going on some calls, but before I had this revelation, I guess. But I'll go on a call and I get there and I'm like, man, I wasn't here but 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Should I only charge them $50? It just doesn't seem, it's just not worth my time. So I've decided, and I've got to stick to my guns on this, that I'm going to charge that minimum $100. So anyway, I went to one woman's house that I did the tile work for, and I did some trim work for. I didn't get a video of that. And I've kind of been low on price on her, and I've got to step that up too because she's a friend of the family. But anyway, her neighbor has got a drippy faucet in her bathtub, and I've been on several of these calls, and 100% of the time, it's been the internal valve in that knob inside the bathtub. So I had it in my mind. I know those valves are about $20 to $30, but I was gonna kind of, since I was already at the one lady's house, I decided I was gonna charge this lady $100 to replace that valve. That's labor, materials, and all. So I went over there, and I told her what I thought it was gonna be. That I'm so sure of it that I keep an extra one of those valves on the truck. And she said, well, a lot of times it's just an O-ring in there. And I said, well, I can go in there and look and see if it's that O-ring, and see if that's it. I said, but it never is. I said, but if you want me to do that, I can. But and the whole time in my mind, I'm thinking, we can do it my way for $100. We can do it your way. I can look for that O-ring, and I guess it could have been, but still, it's going to be $100 because I've spent a lot more time trying to repair a valve when I could just replace it in half the time. So we can do it my way for $100, we can do it your way for $125. And that's what I'm thinking. Any way you want to do it. Anyway, when I walked to my truck to get a tool to cut the main water supply off, she told the neighbor that had walked me down there that she just didn't want to spend $100 right now, and it was just, she was going to check her water bill and see if it was causing that much of a problem, and it probably isn't. It's probably just a nuisance more than anything. But anyway, and I understand when people can't pay. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm not running a charity. If that's the case, I'll just do it for free and write it off as a donation on my taxes. But sorry for the bouncing camera. But anyway, that's just kind of the thoughts on my mind this morning. I wondered what other people might think about that. And at the same time, I've measured these countertops out, and let's see, I've got, I don't know, maybe 10 foot worth of cabinets. Well, no more than that, maybe 15 feet of cabinets, not cabinets, 15 feet of countertops that I'm going to Home Depot now. So I've been to their house, I've measured the countertops. Now I'm going to Home Depot to turn these measurements in, and then they'll come up and decide what style and color and edge and all that they want. But I'm going to have to take those countertops out, remove those countertops, which means I'll have to unhook the sink, set it out. It's a cast iron sink. Set it out, get the countertops out, get the new countertop, well, get the surface, prep the surface, level, whatever, put the new countertops in, reattach the sink, and then caulk everything. I'm interested in other people's input on what you would charge for that. I'm not sure how long it'll take. I've not done those countertops, but it's just laminate countertop, so it's not granite or marble or stone or whatever. But I'm thinking $500 for labor. And I've done a couple of jobs for this lady, and like I said, she's a family friend, and I've done it for a lower price because I know they're retired on a fixed income. But again, I'm on a fixed income too, and I've got to get my money. I got a lot of money in tools. I got a lot of value there, so anyway, I like some feedback, some thoughts on what everybody thinks about that kind of stuff. And always, as always, like it, subscribe it, whatever else. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys.